Right? And I'm not
There is a
playing.
company's making the 60s car, but you have to provide your own Lincoln Futura. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see that. I wish I had that kind of money. Actually, to be honest, if you could have any, would that be the car you go with? Because I don't know that I'd want. That seems the least practical to drive around in, even if it is just like every now and again. I've always wanted an Ecto 1. I think an Ecto 1 was what I would go with if I could do it. The DeLorean, the DeLorean's close. You know, the Ecto 1 or the DeLorean is what I would probably do. Yeah. Yeah. So, GameCube storytelling. Yeah. And that game was really well done. Yeah. The original Lucas Battlefront games, PS2 and Xbox were the best. Yeah. Okay. My boys had it all, man. Boys had it all. Yeah. You can only own one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 89 Batmobile. It's a low blow, Matt. Going with the low blow with the 89. Yeah, I would have to own the 89 Batmobile. I've seen an 89 Batmobile at a Warner Brothers event, but I was not anywhere close to it. Definitely haven't sat in one or anything like that. They had one at an event I was covering a long time ago. Yeah, that was you knew exactly what soft spot to go for with that reference. So Gap says it was tough. So all right, I'll save you the torture. Chewed the 1980s Topps baseball pack while I was chewing crumbled up hard cookies, and that was way over old. Yeah, it's just like chunks of stuff. Like I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know how to get through it. Like I listen. I'm a crazy person. Haven't you heard about spite funding? You guys know what spite funding is? I got into spite funding because I was watching Michael Malice. The people were paying him to like review books he didn't want to review. Like he got paid to review, I think Hillary's book or Andrew Cuomo's book, and then he had to try all these like different like jellies from all over the world, and he had to have like chips. Dude, he made so much money though. People would pay. He's like, I'm not doing that for like $1,000. And like in a day on Twitter, people would just like, here's the link to go to this Cash App account or whatever they did, and I forget how they did it, but they were like, "Hey, here's $1,000, dude. You got to do it," and he would do it. He's like, "Well, they paid me to do it." So, buy for Pix DeLorean, but also go Smokey and the Bandit car. Yeah, you know what? I got to be honest though, Smokey and the Bandit. I grew up in the era, so a lot of people actually had Smokey and Bandit cars. So I've kind of like been there, done that. I had an uncle who had one. So been there. T-tops leaked. The whole nine. Just old school, man. You want a kit car, but a working version. Well, good luck. Yeah, I know. That'd be kind of cool, though, wouldn't it? I would drive an Ecto 1 everywhere and not ever care. Listen, I have my video. Some of you may not even know. I don't play it as often anymore now. It's like I got to wait. So the hard thing, too, is my ADD. So, but here you go. There you go.
This is going to make E.T. look like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what I'm saying?
That's my Walmart edited video. Drive an Ecto 1. It makes me laugh. I was the only adult in line to do this. My wife's still married to me. I don't even know. She not only did the cell phone stuff, you can barely hear anything, but she's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to go do that. And they're like, what are you doing? It's like, they're like, look, I'm behind like a 9-year-old and there's like a 6-year-old and his mom behind me. And I'm the only one. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing this, man. I'm doing this. Yes. Saturday Ecto clone. Yeah. Yeah. So the one I went, that one, that was video edited in, but the one I actually sat in is it's a Hollywood prop company. So like the Ecto that is in that commercial is the Ecto that I sat in. Like they were the ones from that commercial, the cars from those commercials. So it was, the promotion was for that company who does those cars. So they're that replica company, but it's like for studios and for commercials and ads and those kinds of things. So tough question. Choose one comic book as your favorite. See, that's so again, been down that road with Loki did a whole show, the comic book roundtable with me, or was it? Yeah, it's comic book roundtable with favorite comic. I couldn't really figure. So one comic is too hard because the first one that got me into all this is Dark Knight Returns. I know it's cliche. It's not. It just is what it is for me. It changed everything. Like I was like, I didn't know comic books could be that adult, that interesting, that cool, and then I was down the rabbit hole. But it's almost like too cliche to choose that one. I got to be honest. This Daredevil 168 issue is so much better than I remembered. Like it's so freaking good. That would be one. I don't know if I can pick one. Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe is a great standalone comic book. Oh my God, it's great. And I'm not even going to count like obvious things, but so yeah, it is tough. It's beyond tough. I actually thought about doing videos. I have more video ideas and things that happen in my head than I can do. So I have to figure out how to get to that level where you have like producers and editors and things, because then I could probably do this full time, because the amount of content that my brain will generate is just endless. Like I don't ever stop. My brain doesn't stop thinking. I literally have lists like this. Like it just happens all day where I have little notes of just, this is next. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. And the only thing that's changed for me personally, and if you're having trouble as a YouTuber, I can tell you this, you have to give you permission to just move on, because some things you just can't get to. So I had to create like a list of things that if I get to it, I get to it. And if I don't, I don't. Right. I was going to do a Hellraiser review before this show dropped. I didn't know it drops on Friday, the new one. So I won't get to my review of 1987 one in time, because I'm only like a little over halfway through it again. And I want to make sure I rewatch it to have it fresh. So Bifers pointed out the love of Jurassic car Jeep. I actually know somebody who had one and was in that. Checked it out. Pretty cool. It's kind of the kind of thing you can kind of drive around and just have as a normal part of life. So that's kind of cool. That's a cool element to that. So yeah. Let's see. Fast and the Furious orange Mazda RX-7. Very cool. Yeah. Just finding the Cadillac hearse. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I know. Because I had friends that did. I had a friend, uber nerd friend back in the day. So this is like early 2000s, like 2003-ish. And they did they got one and did a restoration to do a Blues Brothers. They did a Blues Brothers car. Things on top, whole nine. Yeah. Ninja Turtle van or Scooby-Doo van. Yes. I could do either one. Would really love a Mystery Machine. Actually, almost convinced my wife. I got close to buying a Volkswagen. Now, I don't know the model of the Scooby-Doo van, but it was close enough for me. But here's my thing. It's, that's outdated technology. So I have no idea what kind of restoration I'd have to do on all the mechanical elements in the engine on this thing to keep it running. And I was like, well, can we just strip it out and put a new engine in it? Could we like just give it new stuff as far as mechanics, as long as it looked like the Mystery Machine? I can repaint it to look like a Mystery Machine. But anyway, that got to be a very expensive proposition from the initial proposal, and that nay. So I'm not allowed to be rich, because I'd have like stupid stuff like this. I would just drive around in it, and I would loan it out to people so they could. I wouldn't care. I just rent it to you. Yeah, whatever you do, I'll pay the bill. I don't care. I don't know the exact model of that Volkswagen van, but I don't know which one exactly. Microbus or Dodge version of the Econo. Yeah, I don't know. Let's look it up. Scooby-Doo van model. Scooby-Doo van model. Kind of have like model kits. Yep, there we go. I didn't do it right. Let me see. What type? Let's see what type of. But no, this was a Volkswagen van. It was already tricked out. This says it is mid-1960s Chevrolet G-body panel van or a Dodge A100. Pretty much the Dodge and the Chevrolet during that era are pretty much the same vehicle. So that's what it was modeled after. The one I found was like a Volkswagen, and they had already painted it. It was already done, Mystery Machine. The problem is the mechanics, the engine and all of the, yeah. And I couldn't pull both. It was too far shot. So Austin Powers car. Well, yeah. I mean, that's just a sweet ride. Just forget about it. Yeah. All right. Well, hey man, thanks for hanging out so long. Appreciate that so much. You're so awesome hanging with us and being here with us. We just appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for being with us. Appreciate it, Louise. Yeah, Hudson, right? Yeah, awesome. So